The Land Before Time 7, The Stone of Cold Fire, is a decent film. This was released in 2000. This is directed by Charles Grosvenor. It's written by Len Uhley, with a voice cast including Thomas Dekker, Andy McAfee, Aria Curzon, Jeff Bennett, Rob Paulsen, Jim Cummings, and various others. Solid voice cast, beautiful animation, of course, and it's certainly a decent narrative with a really interesting character. Littlefoot sees something falling through the sky, and the grown-ups tell him and the others to not go in search of this. It's the Stone of Cold Fire. Don't go looking for it. It's dangerous. However, along comes a particularly interesting character called Pterano, and this is Petrie's uncle. And Petrie is, of course, delighted to meet his uncle, and it's really sweet for a couple of seconds. Petrie has a new family member in his life. This is absolutely fantastic. And then it becomes quickly apparent that he is not a very trustworthy character. There's something suspicious about him, something unpredictable in his behaviours. And it kind of develops on this as we learn a little bit more about him. But there's always that element of suspense there. And the character is really, really eerie. They've done a really good job of making him suspicious, and that also makes it a lot more emotional as well, because I want Petrie to have a family member, to have a good relationship with him, and obviously when things are unpredictable and suspenseful, who knows what's in store for Petrie and his uncle, but I won't spoil any of that, of course. But what he brings to this was a very dark atmosphere and a very trustworthy character, and I thought it was quite entertaining. And of course, I'm not going to say what ultimately happens if they find this stone or anything, but the narrative was very well written. Things get very dangerous for some of the characters. Definitely a strong, suspenseful story. And as I said, quite upsetting as well, seeing Petrie initially delighted at his uncle's presence and then slowly starting to realise that maybe nothing is as delightful as he would have wanted it to be. And it's rather enjoyable. That sounded callous. I don't like seeing Petrie getting upset like that. But as a story, very well executed, brilliant character writing, really, really great voice acting. Pterano is voiced by Michael York, but the voice acting across the board was all great. And of course, we have the usual animation quality we get from Land Before Time. We also have some good songs in there as well. I don't think I liked the songs in this as much as I've enjoyed the previous songs. I don't think that's just because of nostalgia. I can confirm at this point I have no recollection of this film. With the earlier films, maybe film 3, 4, 5, I wasn't really sure if I'd seen those ones. I'd definitely seen the earlier ones, but I think we've reached a point where there is no recollection. It's not triggering any memories. The songs didn't mean anything to me, so I think I can say with confidence I haven't seen beyond this point, I think. So there was no nostalgia there for me with the songs, but I don't think that matters. I still didn't find the songs to be as enjoyable as previous, but it's not really a criticism. I think it's more so that the earlier songs are fabulous, and there is that nostalgic element there for me. But either way, the first time watching this, really enjoyed it. I thought The Land Before Time 7, The Stone of Cold Fire, was a solid narrative with great character writing, great voice acting, decent music, beautiful animation. If you're an existing fan of Land Before Time, it's definitely one that's worth watching.